how difficult has the build-up been, as you say, without the lack of competitive games of late?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to lie and say it doesn't make it easy. We've not played competitively since 14th of December, so for me, as obviously as manager, that's a wee bit frustrating. But what I will say is, since January, we've prepared pretty well, I would say. Last week we played a bounce game on the Monday night, trained Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then this week been the same again. We had a closed door game Monday, did our analysis on Tuesday and recover session, and then we'll train tonight. So, and the guys have been brilliant with it. The two games have been really worthwhile. Monday's game we played on a pitch the same dimensions as Easter Road again, so it's quite calculated. So we're well prepared as best we can be.
Moff, just this season's been a funny one because you've been playing more cup games than you have league matches. Do you think that cup setting will give you a bit of an edge going into this one?
Well, I don't know about that, but you're right. It is a bit bizarre to be mid-January and we've played more cup games than league games. It's a strange dynamic, but as I said to a few people this week, that's because we're winning a lot of cup games. So yeah, maybe it does. We're used to going into that sort of one game, one-off game sort of atmosphere. Obviously, we're going in against much more difficult opposition, but I think that we've got a lot of experience in the cup ties this year, so maybe it does.
What does it mean to the club, Gordon? We're hearing about the amount of buses that are going through for the town, folk jumping onto trains. I mean, can you sum up what it means to everybody?
It's hard to sum it up. It's a massive deal. I think I said that at the weekend, that wee Q&A thing that the club put on. That for me, it's a reward for a lot of people around the club. Obviously Grace and the board, but a lot of fans, a lot of main sponsors that have been with us a long time, 20 years, being at the bottom rung of Scottish football and getting to this point. It means a lot. It means a lot for the community. You can see that with the numbers. I think we're just shy of 2,300 with 10 or 11 buses. It's phenomenal, but it's not that surprising. I think when the draw was made, we kind of estimated it would be 2,500. So it's amazing. I said that at the weekend. I want Grace, the board, everybody around the club, the support, just to enjoy it and let us try and take care of the football side.
I mean, you're obviously going to go in as huge underdogs, but when you see the numbers travelling and backing you, does that add to the sense of responsibility?
A wee bit. I think, and probably Nicky would say the same. Obviously, we want to do ourselves justice. Do you know what I mean? We know we're going to be huge underdogs. We know we're playing against a full-time team and a good one at that. But there is that wee bit of responsibility to do ourselves justice and put on some sort of show. I think if we can at some point get the crowd involved, and that's going to be massive. You can score a goal. It's you can imagine the reaction there's going to be. So, we're desperate to do that, and we're desperate to give a good showing for the fans.
Speaking to a couple of the guys in the supporters club that said you were in, making the point that not long ago this would have been a top flight fixture and something you would have seen up there. Does that just emphasise how much it means to the supporters of this club who maybe didn't think they'd see a game like this again?
I think that's massive, because you'll have a lot of people in that stand supporting Clydebank on Saturday that we're used to going to places like Easter Road, and probably when everything happened 20-21 years ago and we end up at whatever it was, tier 11-12 at the time, they maybe think that wouldn't happen again. So it'll probably be quite emotional for some of them when we walk out, and as we've touched on there, we've got a wee bit of responsibility to make sure we give them the best day they can, I suppose.
You've overseen cup shots in the last couple of events like that, Elgin and Clyde. This will be a different level obviously, but how important can those experiences be going into Saturday?
I think we'll use that, definitely. As you said, it's another level, but we're used to taking scalps. We know this is at a level we've never been at before, but as you said, the experiences for the players, some of them are still here from the Elgin games, playing on the TV, putting out Clyde here. Obviously a really experienced team, a really experienced manager. We can certainly use that. Obviously we're not at home this time. It's a different dynamic. Again, we touched on the dimensions of the pitch and stuff, just playing in the stadium and stuff. So again, we'll prepare the guys well. We'll go over nice and early and let them almost get that out of their system. Walk the pitch and get acclimatised. But listen, it's a game of football. We know we're huge underdogs. We know nobody's going to give us a chance really, but strange things happen, as we've seen a couple of years ago with Aberdeen one with Davos. So we'll go and give it our best.
You mentioned
Spoken about Grace enjoying it and the players enjoying it, the fans enjoying it. When do you get a chance to enjoy it, or does that not happen?
I don't know if that'll happen, to be fair. It's been a really busy week for me, but enjoyable. You know, at the end of the day, that's why we're here, and Grace and I have spoke about that. You know, as much as there's that wee bit of anxiety keeping in now, and we're desperate to get the game on now, we just wanted to get to 3 on a Saturday. That's why we're in this tournament. You know, it's highly unlikely it's a tournament we're going to win. So for us, it's landing that big tie. The guys have played 4 games to get to this point. We've put a lot of hard work. We've put a lot of travel. There's been a lot of sort of hours spent in getting us to this point. So it's reward for everybody.
You mentioned the dynamics of the pitch there, Gordon. Have you done anything else differently than you would normally do in your build-up, or are you trying to keep it, you know, as normal for the boys as you possibly can?
Yeah, nothing overly different. I think what we do things different in the Scottish Cup in general, just really things like a pre-match meal and a bit of a preparation, but we've prepared as we would for any other opponent, and I'd like to think we are. You know, we're at tier 6, we're a part-time team, but we are professional in what we do. You know, for every opponent, whether it's 5 leagues above us or 3 leagues below us, we do analysis, we go through that with the players, we go through the detail. So we've done that again. We did our video on Tuesday. The good thing is, and we're touching on it outside there with 1 or 2 people, is that obviously with Hibs being at the top level, there's a lot more footage and you've got a lot more access to things. So we brought in an analyst for this round, like we did in the Bucky game, and we were able to get our hands on a lot of footage. So we've given the guys quite a lot of information, but it's just to give us the best possible chance, as I said, to do ourselves justice.
Nicky, can I ask you, is the gaffer giving you the responsibility of keeping the playing squad's feet on the ground?
No, I think the boys are all professional as it can be for being part-time. Obviously when the job is made, you've seen it with Hibs, everybody knows we're tier 6, everybody's excited to go to Easter Road and play. But no, everybody's excited for Saturday. We know how big a task it is, but no one's getting carried away and everyone knows how tough it's going to be.
It's been difficult to keep your focus on the day job or anything like that?
No,
Is it just all you think about?
Day job's not a concern, it's just when the job was made at the start of December, we had so many fixtures till then, but the majority of them's been off. So obviously during Christmas, New Year, you obviously know you had 2 games beforehand, but then you do know in the back of your mind it is good you're going to play Hibs. So that's always been there, but maybe the games are off now, it's always been forefront to look forward to Hibs.
Moffat's been touched on the preparations and how it's been. Obviously not playing a competitive game in a month and then having a Christmas break and being part-time players. Yourself and Kirky are normally quite tactical and technical with your training. Have you had to do a bit more physical stuff to make sure the boys are ready for the challenge for Saturday?
It's a good question, Paul, and we have, you know, and it's been a real fine balance for me, because we don't want to obviously overdo that, but at the same time, and I think the guys understand that, you know, as much as if everybody likes to be moan and grumble about runs, but the guys' attitude to training is fantastic. One of the best groups I've ever worked with in terms of that work ethic and wanting to work hard and wanting to get sweat on. So there's been an element of that. We've had to do that since we came back from the wee 1 week break at Christmas, is keep them working, you know, keep doing wee bits of fitness work, sharpness, but the main thing is just keeping their eye in terms of the football side, and the 2 closed door games have been invaluable. You know it's meant that we're still playing football, so we're still in a wee bit of a rhythm, but we have had to do that.
Nicky, there is a couple of guys in the squad who were involved in that Darvel game. Does that just give you a little inkling that something could happen here, that maybe one of the shots could be on the cards?
Of course. You say Craig Shrewsbury was at man of the match that night against, I think Chris McGowan played really well as well. We've got Nicky Little, who's won a cup with Aberdeen at this level, David Simons played Premiership football. There's boys who've played Championship, League One, so boys who've played at that level, so it's not going to be a complete shock to them. So of course, technically wise, I don't think it'll be a major issue. It's everything else. It's tactically, fitness wise as well. So
have you to do anything different, Nicky, in terms of, you know, the game's been called off? Have you had to work hard on the gym in your own downtime? Or?
just take care of yourself. It's probably what every part-time boy who takes it professional is probably just take care of yourself. A lot of games have been off in like League 1, League 2, and they're probably doing the same. Like, you're professional here as you can be. So boys, probably a few more gym sessions, a few more runs, but nothing which is uncommon.
Difficult at that time of year as well, there's a lot of temptation and
That's it, it just comes to professionalism. Maybe it helped because the job was before Christmas, me and New Year's was in the back of our mind, so I think it's probably a wee bit of a blessing, because boys, especially myself, you take care of yourself over Christmas, New Year. Maybe you've not done it in other years, but no, definitely having this game to look forward to. Maybe a wee bit of a calmer Christmas, New Year.
And how are the players feeling about the tremendous backing that you're going to get?
No, it's brilliant. I think when the draw was made, we kind of guessed about 2,000, but now I think we're up to 2,300. So it's outstanding. It shows how big this club is and how big this club can be if it keeps getting more games like this. But I think everybody's looking forward to walking out and seeing that I think the lower tiers fill for Saturday, and I think they've opened up the tiers, so it'll be some sight on Saturday.
Well, have you practiced or written your pre-match speech a la Mick Kennedy at all?
No. No, I get on well with Mick. I speak to Mick a lot. He has a joke about that now, but no, I mean, obviously, on a serious note, I do all my notes. I like to do that on the match day, so I'll probably do that while the guys are eating the pre-match or breakfast, lunch, whatever we're calling it. I'll go through my notes. I've got my standard things I want to get in terms of like the motivational piece. That's kind of a wee bit more what I'm feeling on the day. So I'll do that on Saturday.
Nicky, is there a feeling of relief that the game's coming? Obviously, this is the biggest game that most of you will ever play in or ever have played in. The league and getting promoted into the Lowland League is the main thing. You lost to St Roch's in the Cup and then you had the draw with Glenafton. Does it feel like this is a relief that it's here and then you can enjoy this experience and then potentially go back to looking to what's the bread and butter and winning the league?
I wouldn't really say a relief. I think it's just excitement. I think it's just those games you mentioned, obviously for different reasons, but I don't think that played a part in. People from outside might say that played a part. Within their change room, I don't think it did. It was just these games, and obviously we dropped points, then we get put out of the cup. But I think it's just excitement from the squad. I think obviously we know the league's priority, but we just need to enjoy this for what it is Saturday. Like it'll be the biggest game some of us have played in before, so you need to go and enjoy it, take it all in, and enjoy it being competitive, and that's kind of the main reason for it.
Nicky, just a couple of goals for you on Saturday will take you tied for the club's top goal scorer as well. What a stage to do it that would be.
The fairy tale stuff, isn't it? No, obviously, like that's a fairy tale stuff, like I just said, but like I'm realistic to know we're tough on Saturday, but if it doesn't happen Saturday, as long as I stay injury free, I know I'll get it at some point. So no, but it'd be nice to get it Saturday.
Thanks, Cheers,
guys.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Best of luck.